Welcome to Phoenix Healing Podcast, where mental health is our number one priority, featuring Liam Z. Muniz. Enjoy. Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to Phoenix Healing Podcast, where mental health is our number one priority. So, very exciting. This is official episode 10. So, we have reached the milestone, y'all. Let's give a round of applause, please. Round of applause. Because honestly, the sense of passion of wanting to create this community has really been driving me to continue. So I don't know, it was a really big goal for me to reach episode 10 because you guys are important. It's important I feel that it's important to constantly show love, not only to ourselves but also to each other. And by me pushing myself to continue to record these episodes, it's a showcase of my own personal love and love for you guys, the love to create this community of healing, of being able to express authentically, of a safe space. So that's amazing. So that kind of leads me to this week's topic, which is talking about motivation and why I feel that we shouldn't rely on motivation in order to take action and move forward in our lives. So, of course, before starting that, we're going to do some affirmations to ground our energy, to allow ourselves to align with the topic and align with each other so that we may, connect in the most organic and authentic way possible. So, let's get into it. Let's take a deep breath first. 1, 2, 3, exhale. Alrighty. I trust in my abilities to succeed. I am all that I need to succeed. I know and I believe that I am valuable. I know and I believe that I am worth whatever roller coaster of emotions I experience. I know that I am exactly where I need to be. I trust in myself. I allow the universe or spirit or God to guide me on this path. I trust my intuition. I know that I am capable. I love who I am. Let's say that again. I love who I am and I love who I'm becoming. I'm growing and transforming and healing every single day. I'm greater today than I was yesterday, and I will be greater tomorrow than I am today. I know what I need. I know that my ideas and my thoughts, my imagination, my creativity, these are valuable assets in my being. These are my tools. And all that I need is my tools. And I trust that no matter what happens, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter who is with me and who isn't with me, I'm always fully equipped for that moment. Everything that I experience is for me. I'm deserving of amazing things in my life. I'm deserving of unconditional love. I'm deserving of unconditional support. I deserve to love and accept myself. I deserve to live a life of fulfillment. I will provide myself with the fuel that I need in order to continue to move forward on this path. I know who I am. I am safe in my being. Mwah. Kissy for you. Okay, so let's just jump into the topic. Yeah, I'm like filled with so much energy right now. I can't. Okay, so the topic is my perspectives on motivation. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little backstory on what I kind of experienced with relying on this motivation energy, right? To push forward and take actions and do things for myself. Well, first and foremost, I used to be in this space where I wasn't very confident in myself. I wasn't very confident in my abilities or my sense of who I am and what I have to offer. So I constantly relied on the exterior world to to motivate me to do more, to be more, to create, to love, to express, to show up, right? And so it was a very dependent sense of being. I wasn't really an individual. I was a giant blob of different pieces of different things around me, and so I really relied on everyone else's energy, or everyone else's support, or just my environment and my circumstances in general, in order to really give me that green light, like, okay, you can go now, you can go do something for yourself. Like, you can go take action. And so that left me very stagnant in a lot of situations in my life. I feel as though it really hindered my sense of creation, because even in moments when I did feel this sense of passion or energy flowing through me, I still relied on something to give me that push. I still relied on something or someone or a place, right, to give me that thumbs up. And you know, I feel like I've not only experienced that, but I've also seen a lot of people kind of wait on that green light, and the whole time it's not a green light, we're at a stop sign. So you can go anytime the lane is cleared up, but we're waiting for something to tell us to go. And that is stopping you, and that is stopping us from doing so much more, from creating so much more, from experiencing, from learning, from transforming. And so I'm like, hold on. Because we're not doing that anymore. We are not going to rely on motivation. We are going to rely on our own interpersonal passion. And passion can look different for everyone. It can feel different for everyone. For me personally, I feel like what constantly pushes me is love. I know, cliche as fuck. But seriously, I'm a strong believer that love is the basis of every single thing in this life, no matter what it is. And because love shows up and expresses in so many different forms, and it's so infinite, it's limitless, right? It's expansive, it's unconditional. I allow that to be my moving force. I allow that to be my fuel so that my car can keep rolling. And I kind of keep that idea and that perspective, that even in moments when I feel like, I can't do this, I feel like giving up, I'm like, oh, this is not fucking worth it. I remind myself that sometimes love is showing up for myself in ways that I'm not going to be able to show up for others. So when it comes to allowing myself to rest, to take a step back, that's showing up for yourself. That's showing up with love. And that makes me feel passionate, because I'm holding space for myself, because I'm reminding myself that I'm not just doing this just to do it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it to gain anything. I'm doing it to expand myself. I'm doing it to learn more. I'm doing it to heal. I'm doing it for love. And love is for other people, love for myself, love for this world, love for this journey, and even the aspects of life that are difficult, that feel more difficult, that are heavier, that are darker, though that pain and suffering in our life. When I'm experiencing those moments and I'm in those spaces, that passion is still there, because I'm like, okay, in order for me to continue to experience love and continue to show up for myself and show up for the world, I have to experience the pain and suffering, because that's the only way that I'm going to learn. That's the only way that I'm going to expand and continue to evolve, right? So that's that passion coming in again. Y'all hear that, core? It's hot outside, so everybody outside. But as I was stating, so yeah, that's kind of my version of almost transmuting this need for motivation into this natural aspect of passion. And I feel like sometimes for me, well, I'm getting a little better with understanding what passion means, but I used to get really, really confused, because I'm like, okay, if I'm passionate about this, then why don't I feel like 100% uplifted or 100% fulfilled, or why don't I feel positive emotions? Sometimes passion, it's not so much a feeling. I feel like passion is action. Yeah, not to rhyme and turn into Dr. Seuss on y'all, but I feel like passion is action. It's understanding that even in moments when I don't feel 100%, when I don't feel quote unquote motivated, right? Being passionate is continuing to push myself, continuing to move my legs, even if I'm weak as fuck, And sometimes you have to move your legs to your bed. That's completely fine. That's still passion. That's you not giving up on yourself. That's you not just throwing a towel and laying on the ground like a little blob. So I feel that sometimes we have to change those perspectives, because at least through what I've seen and experienced personally, it's like society often makes us feel that passion is, and not even passion, but like success or whatever, it's the idea that you're constantly moving, that you're constantly being productive. And I've already mentioned this in one of my episodes. I don't like using the word productive because I feel like the word productive, it's like feeling that you have to constantly be doing something or moving or just we you know in action, whatever. So I like to use the word proactive, but I feel like we get this sense where we constantly have to do something, and that's what passion is, right? And I personally don't feel that that's what it means through my perspective. I feel like being proactive sometimes looks like laying down and resting, and I bring this up a lot. I always use as an example because it's something that I had to learn as well, which is why I learned that, the word productive and just the idea of productivity is like, it's a little anchor. It's a little anchor for me. I don't like that. But, resting, it's a big part of growth. It's a big part of healing and evolvement, because we can't climb these mountains if we do not take a moment to just sit down and rest and breathe, right? Take a deep breath. That is part of this journey as well. You don't have to constantly be moving and constantly feel that, I have to create more and more and more and more and more, because then you're telling yourself that I have so much lack that I have to keep doing something in order to gain it. And I feel like that's really different from having passion for something, like you can feel that, I want to get this over with, like I want to really do this, and that's good, use that energy. But if you use that energy in a sense of, oh, I need to get this done, I need to create this, I need to put this out there, I feel like that kind of restricts and hinders the flow state of your creation, right? And I feel like sometimes we have to remind ourselves to take a step back. And when we take those steps back, that comes from a place of passion. It's realigning that value to why you do things, because you're reminding yourself, okay, I'm not doing this because I want to gain money. I'm not doing this because I want to gain this, and that. I'm doing this because I know it is a part of me that is important. It is a part of me that is valuable. And so when you allow yourself to move from a place of passion rather than feeling motivated by an exterior aspect of life like money, you're allowing yourself to cultivate with your natural essence, with your natural energy, with your authenticity. You're allowing yourself to do a little groove. You're not just running like, oh shit, I need to get this money, I need to do this, I need to do it right now. Like, no, you're allowing yourself to take your time to learn with the process, to make mistakes, to do the things that you have to do. And that's beautiful. And I feel like that's when we get the most authentic and valuable creations and expressions of ourselves. So when we rely on this sense of motivation, quote unquote, it's like we can get so stuck and stagnant in negative energies and negative emotions. So let's say, it's a big day for you today. You have like, I don't know, like a test or something that's really important. In the morning, you might feel like so groggy and you're like, I don't want to do this, right? Excuse me. You're like, I don't want to do this. I feel like a slug. I feel lazy. I feel like just laying down and doing nothing. If you lay down and do nothing and you wait for something to pull you up off that bed, you are going to miss that opportunity because you know damn well that if this is an opportunity that you truly feel that is going to help you evolve internally and allow you to create something new within yourself, you are going to get the fuck up. And that is passion. That right there is passion. It's you understanding that even though I feel shitty as shit right now, I'm gonna get up because I know that this is important to me, because I know that this is valuable, because I know that if I get up right now, I'm gonna thank myself later because this is going to help me become a better version of myself. That is passion, right? And sometimes we can get so lost in our emotions and so lost in the anchorment of heavy energies and vibrations within ourselves that we can forget about what we're passionate about. And I feel like that's where that rest comes in, allowing yourself to take a step back, from the movement and the waters and the running and whatever, and reevaluate and come back to yourself internally and understand what is important to me. Why am I doing the things that I do? What am I putting my energy into? Why am I continuing to get up even when I don't feel like I'm, the best version of myself? That's when you find the answer to what are you passionate about? What is your passion? What is your fuel? And for me, it's love. And that's kind of how I found it out, because I would sit there and just fucking wait for someone or something to say the right thing or do the right thing to like pull me in and do something, right? And it's like it led me nowhere, and I had no growth, and I was like sitting in this pool of creativity, but I was just locking it up and putting it on the back stove, the back burner, because I'm like, well, I can't show that right now because no one's told me to. Bitch, the fuck? You better go on out there and show them regardless of who is there to see it or not. Because you are telling yourself, I am passionate about love. I am passionate about my creations. I am passionate about my self-growth. And so I'm going to show up regardless if the room is empty. That's me showing up for myself. That's you telling yourself, I'm important here. I am valuable. So I'm going to take that step. So I'm going to go express. So I'm going to go create. And if you rely on, the likes or the numbers and the views to motivate you, and you're not getting the numbers and the likes and the views that you really want in order to continue to push yourself, you're going to stay stagnant and you're not going to grow. You're not going to attract and become a magnet to the things that you could be attracting and becoming a magnet to. Like, I'm going to use myself as an example. Yeah, I know I'll be raw and real on here, but when I first started creating and making videos and showing up more on my socials and trying to create this community, I got really low numbers. And even now, my numbers aren't that high at all, And I used to rely on that to motivate me at first. And I was like, damn, like, people don't like this kind of content. Like, no one really cares about the things that I have to say. Like, this isn't important, whatever. And so I took this time off and I stopped creating. And I stopped doing things and I stopped connecting with people. And during that period of stillness, of stagnancy, I realized that I'm doing it because I love to do it, because I love to express myself, because I love to be like this ball of sunshine. And even moments when I'm not a ball of sunshine, I like showing up as an example. I like showing up for myself and proving to myself that even though I don't have all of the answers, even though I'm not this perfect fucking superstar, I am valuable. My mind is valuable. My thoughts are valuable. The things that I create, this internal world of mine, it is worth being heard and seen and listened to. And even if not everyone connects with it, you still deserve to express yourself. You still deserve to take up space. And so that's when I really got into this motion of just creating and continuing to post and continuing to share my love and continuing to hold space for myself and others, even if there isn't 100 people there to see me, even if I don't have, 10K likes or 5,000 followers or whatever, that was that reminder for me. That was me shifting that paradigm from feeling that I can only do this if I had that external validation, like the numbers, to shifting that perspective and saying, you know what? I'm doing this for love. I'm doing this because I love to fucking love. And I'm gonna love in every form and every expression that naturally comes about. And even if people don't agree with it, I'm still gonna do it, because whether I'm the last person on earth or I'm surrounded by billions, right? I'm still gonna have that internal sense of love. I'm still gonna love to love. Bitch, I'll be outside loving the trees and the birds if there are no humans, right? It's still something that's there. So it's not that having those numbers and having those people there to cheer me on and to say, oh, I'm proud of you and I love you, all of these things, it's not that they are bringing my value. They're just there to see my value, right? That value is already internalized. It is already there. That success is already internalized. It is already here. It's just about you turning it into passion. And that is you turning your energy into action. And by you turning your energy into action, you manifest all of these amazing things to constantly find you. You're allowing yourself to be expressive. You're allowing yourself to be who you are, to be authentic, to be amazing, to be the fucking star in a galaxy of so many stars, but only you are the star that is your star. Period. Let them know, let them know, let them know. Ooh, y'all, I was out here. Pastor John out here. But yeah, like, it's really important that we understand that our success and our being and our light and our love and the value in our life does not come from money. It does not come from anything exterior. And when you view that, when you view your value as damn, I literally just had the word. As a damn, what the fuck? Okay. When you view your value as an effect of something else outside of yourself, you're telling yourself that I have to rely on this external motivation and validation in order to be worthy of living a good life. Now, so let's switch that up. Turn the tables. Tell yourself, I am the cause to the value in my life. I am the action, I am the energy, I am the passion that is attracting all of the success, all of the wealth, and all of the amazing things that I currently have in my life, and it's currently being attracted to me, right? That's just a switch, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be easier, but it's going to build more internal strength, because you're no longer relying on something else to push you. You have to grab that barrel. Bare feet and all, bare ass, crusty hands from all that work, and you have to drag that barrel with you. And the more you drag it, it might feel a little heavier. All right, y'all. Sorry, I had to do a quick little cut, but as I was stating, the more that you're dragging this barrel, even if it starts to feel like it's fucking crushing you, the whole time you are building some rock ass thighs and legs. And when you take those moments of rest and take those moments to fulfill yourself with nutrition and everything that you need, you're gonna build enough strength to be able to carry that barrel like it's a fucking feather, right? And if you're relying on something else to push that barrel for you, you're never going to build that strength. And so by me saying this, it's, when you move from a place of passion and you're taking action from your internal energy and your internal self, you are building this internal armor, this internal facility, this internal fucking castle that is going to continuously fulfill you in ways that are going to keep you moving, right? And you're not relying on a band-aid or exterior motivation and protection and whatever to to keep you strong and healthy. You are relying on yourself. And that is the greatest strength. That is the bravest strength. That takes the most courage to do, because sometimes it can feel scary to do that. Sometimes it can feel scary to take those steps by yourself, to be the one to tell yourself, I can do this. I'm strong enough. I'm capable. I'm courageous. I'm brave. I'm a fucking spirit warrior. It takes a lot of strength to do that. And it takes a lot of strength to be in that space without allowing any exterior people, places, or things to change your perspectives and change who you are authentically. So, in conclusion, I feel as though we should not rely on motivation in order to foretell what we do, when we do it, and how we do it. Rely on yourself. Passion is your energy in action. It is your internal value in action. It is the way that you express who you are and how you are. It is the way that you show up. It is the way that you view yourself. It is the way that you love yourself. And it's okay if that passion kind of changes, but at the same time, I feel that passion doesn't change. I feel that passion, it's always going to be this basis where you can construct different things on. Now, the things that you build on that passion, that can change and you can take it apart and rebuild it, but that passion is still there. You know, that's why for me, passion is love, because I feel like love is the basis of everything. So no matter what I am doing, no matter what changes, no matter how many times I change, that love is still there. That love is still driving me. That love is still my internal diamond, right? And I'm just polishing it every single time in different places and in different experiences, and it doesn't change. You are the passion. You are that sense of quote unquote motivation. You are the fuel to this vehicle, right? It's like, so for my visuals, I'm always doing fucking visuals. I love visuals. But let's say our body is that car, right? And in order for our body to move, yes, we're in control and we can move it and take it wherever, but we need that fuel. We need that gas. You are the fuel. The soul that lives inside of this body is what is going to fuel the body to continue to move. So that's kind of how I feel passion works, right? It's like we have this vehicle, we have this life, we have these creations and things that we can create with, but it's gonna just sit there and it's gonna be stagnant. And yeah, you can move it and shake it with your joints and whatever, but it's not gonna make beautiful sounds like an instrument, like I'm over here changing up the visuals. But let's say we have an instrument. It's there. The instrument is the body. And you can bang on it, you can touch it, you can pluck random strings or whatever, and it'll make sounds and it'll work. But it is your soul. It is your internal juices and creations and expression that is going to create the music, that is going to turn every note into a song. So that is passion. Passion comes in many forms, but it is the basis of you. It is the basis of who you are, and it is the basis of what matters to you. So to end off this episode, I'm going to ask you, what truly matters to you? And I don't want you to say money. I don't want you to say, business, family. Like, okay, I understand those are some values of yours. But what matters to you internally? That if there is no one on this earth, if there is nothing here, only you, what would matter? Okay, that is my question for you, because I feel like I've asked people questions like these and they're like, oh, my family. Or they're like, oh, my money, my car, my job. And it's like, okay, those are forms that you can express what matters to you, but that's not what brings you value. Those are things that can allow you to express your value and add on to your value, but it is not your value. Your value is internal. It is something that only you hold internally, that only you can express, right? So what is it? I'm asking you. So think about it if you don't know. Okay? And once you figure out that answer, that is your passion. So move with it. Push with it. Take action with it. And every time that you feel less than, every time that you feel like, you know what, I can't do this, I feel like giving up, like, this isn't worth it, remind yourself, I am taking these steps for me because I am worth it, because I am valuable, because there is a gem inside of me that has been hidden for years that I couldn't even find myself, that I need to discover, that I am discovering, that I need to polish and show the world, right? Because it is valuable. It is one of one. You are one of one. So don't even play. Don't even play with them like, wait. But so yeah, that is my question to you. What really matters to you? Something that is not outside of yourself, something that is internally, okay? And if you want to share that answer with me or the rest of the community, feel free to. I know that on Spotify, it has, I put up the little polls and Q&As where you can respond to, and I can actually read them. It won't be published, so no one else can read them but me. So if that's something you're open to doing, feel free to doing so. Or you can click the link in the bio of this EP. I'm not sure if every platform has it, but if they don't, I also have it in all of the bios of my socials. It's my link tree where everything, all of my social medias are there. All of the ways that you can support me further or just connect with me are there as well. So feel free to explore that. Feel free to share your thoughts, your ideas, whatever. Because like I said, you are valuable. You matter. Your ideas are valuable. What you think is valuable. And it's worth being shared, even if you feel that they're not, okay? I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic morning, day, evening, night, whatever it may be for you, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. And I will see you next week in next week's episode. So, yeah, I love you. Mwah. Peace.